Hi folks, and just wanted to welcome you to Two Riders. Happy 2025. This is our first video of the new year. Today, this is going to be my nutrition for the day. It's a 4,000 calorie Great British 24-hour ration pack. This is menu number 3. The pack date, as you can see here, is October 2021. Comes in a heavy plastic bag. Not as heavy as the bag that US MREs are in, but still plenty heavy. Carry handle. These, as I understand it, do not have flameless ration heaters with them. And I thought this was a terrible tab. And doesn't seem to want to tear. So, we're going to use today a nice little Swiss Army knife. And this is a full 3 meals. Today is a pretty cold day out, 34 degrees right now this morning, 34 Fahrenheit. A little cooler than I would want to eat it outside, so we're going to try it in here. Let's open it up. There's our various accessories. Chili peanuts. Chili spelled a little differently than I would normally spell it. And I'm probably not eating the first meal off the tray because I think the first breakfast is muesli. And we'd eat that in a bowl. Here's a fruit flavor drink. Flavor with the British hue. A beef burrito style filling with rice. And this is supposed to be pretty good. This will heat up in just a pot of hot water. Packed in 2021. It looks like it's best by January of 2025. Guess what? This is January of 2025, so we're in luck. August 24 on the peanuts, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Here's our lemon flavor drink mix, and I think I might be going with the grapefruit flavor for breakfast today, along with some coffee. Some cinnamon cake. Nice. Some apricot jam. Hot cocoa. They're definitely giving you plenty of beverages. Fortified energy drink powder. And this is to get you through a day and overnight. Here's our raspberry toasted muesli with milk, powdered milk. Based on other videos I've watched, it was calling for, I believe, 100 ml of water, and it came out looking kind of dry. I'm doing about 125 ml. Brown biscuits. Another one of our mains. Steak, vegetable, and dumplings. And I don't know if I'm going to do that for lunch or dinner. Definitely be a good one. Here we've got a sesame bar. That's probably going to go with breakfast here today. Got a little bit of hot sauce. Now, based on a video I'd seen, the grapefruit flavor here, it's calling for half a pint, really about 500 ml. I'm going to do about 400 ml. So we've got that. We've got our muesli. What else looks good? Oh, see that? Also, we got beverages. Great bag here for resealing and carrying stuff here. And the importer into the UK, Vesti Foods, UK Limited. They packed this up. Here we've got our hot beverages. We got some toilet paper. Looks like hand sanitizers, 2 of those, kind of a little bit of a camo look to it. very indescript looking tea. Instant coffee. Another coffee which we're having right away. Purification tablets. Like about half a dozen of those. Some sugar. Total of 4 sugars. Another tea. Big old spork. Chewing gum. This is an unusual pack. Usually I'm used to seeing little 2-packs in MREs, but this is a resealable pack of several gums. And then these are our creamers, 3 creamers, 4 creamers. So we got a hot chocolate, 2 teas, 2 coffees. It's a good number of hot drinks. Also, very cool looking set of weatherproof matches. These are a heck of a thing here. So let's go ahead and get to it. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to open up a coffee here. I've got my water heated up in the microwave. They're giving these things anywhere from a 3-year to about a 4-year life. So the coffee is marked till March of this year. Freeze dried, not spray dried. And we're going to go ahead and just try everything that they pack. I normally drink it black. It smells good. It smells like, you know, the taster's choice is always what I compare everything to. It smells a lot like that. Give it a stir and dump 1 sugar in. That'll give me 1 sugar for 1 each of the 2 teas and the last coffee. I'll probably have 2 caffeinated drinks with breakfast today. That's kind of my normal breakfast. Give that a stir. The muesli, from watching another video, it called for maybe a little bit more than 100 ml of water. Oh, by the way, if you would please, hit like on this. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does help with the algorithm. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. And I'm getting a lot more videos out this year than I did last year. Hopefully about 4 a month. I'm off to a little bit of a late start. We're like 13, 14 days into the new year already, but there's the muesli. That's a pretty hefty 100 grams. I give about 120 ml cold water stirred in. And this has some fruit components to it. We're looking at what we got? Raspberry puree, concentrated elderberry juice, and then just kind of your other things. Supposed to be some raisins and sunflower seeds in here. I can see a raisin floating up. Basically, the instructions on this is to give it a good stir, really absorbing that water. Turn in the powdered milk into reconstituted milk, and give it a stir and let it sit for a minute. So give it a good stir. In the meantime, get my other beverage going. Got 400 mils instead of 500 mils there for the grapefruit. Nice easy tear tab here. And not really loaded up with artificial color. That's kind of nice. Also, I do want to tell you, if you hear dogs barking or stuff like that, you see a dog tail going by wagging. We do have our dogs out and about today in the house, and they're always part of the video, so don't think you're imagining things around the periphery of your vision. So cheers. Wow, that is very, tastes more like, well, I was going to say it tastes more like pink grapefruit, but I guess it tastes like a very nice, ripe white grapefruit, which is really something that'd be in season in the U.S. this time of year. Wow, that's a good flavor. Not artificial tasting at all. That's nice. Okay. Muesli sitting here, doing its thing. Keep it mixed up a little bit more. Really wants to absorb all that water I put in there. So, all right. A little bit of freeze dried here. It's not a strong cup of coffee, but it's a perfectly balanced cup of coffee. Not too acidic, pretty mild. The muesli got a good taste to it. Muesli is not something you see a lot in the U.S., so you can't completely compare it to, say, granola, because it is way more creamy in flavor. All right, I'm going to work on this for a minute. I decided, instead of the sesame, I'd go with the cinnamon cake for the tail end of the breakfast, so be back in a minute. Well, I finished up the muesli. It was like a very, very creamy oatmeal. It was good. A little creamier than, like I said, it was much softer, more like oatmeal than it was like granola, and that's something I don't have that much familiarity with. Pretty good though. Here is, on the back of it, it's marked a Sri Lankan tea, packed in Sri Lanka, no branding on it. And we're going to put that in a cup of hot water. And I'm not adding the extra sugar and creamer to this. This meal as a whole is about 4,000 calories. That's a lot. I'm going to be out walking the dogs for a while today, but I'm not going to be burning up 4,000 calories. So I might be splitting the lunch meal with my son. The cinnamon cake on its own is 393 calories, and the muesli was about 350, I think. So knocking back almost 700 just for breakfast. Does this have a tear tab? I'm not seeing a tear tab. It's not tearing super easy, so. Nice fresh cinnamon smell coming off of that. Here's the cake. Nice little wrapper. Oh, very nice. I'd normally just pick that up with my hand, but I'm going to see. That's sturdy. Got some body to it. This had a best by date of June 2024, and it's absolutely fine. Still tastes very fresh. Not dried out at all, but a heavy cake. I mean, this is not like a cupcake. So breakfast as it was laid out, I'm going to try the tea. Quite good. Actually, seemed kind of healthy. Nothing very fatty, nothing very greasy. The muesli was, there's no meat, no sausage or anything like that in it. Cake's good. Coffee's coffee. And the tea is scaldingly hot. I'll try just a spoonful of it off the... Yeah, nice dark English tea. So, like I said, please consider subscribing. We're going to be back with lunch here on the next segment, and then dinner after that. Also, a very good thumbs up for this grapefruit juice. Quite good. Tastes like real grapefruit juice. See you in a few. Well, it's a very tasty apricot jam. I'll fish my tea bag out of the cup. Because of the calorie count here, I'm skipping the sugar for the tea today. And this is the same tea as from this morning, so look, nice color to it. Along the lines of a Earl Grey or a breakfast tea. And the last thing is this sesame bar. Very iridescent. I imagine it's the syrupy sugar that's keeping it together, gives it that nice look. That is a super chewy sesame bar. It's very good, but I don't think you want to work on that too fast. It's so sticky and so chewy. You could probably pull a filling right out of your teeth. So here's our breakfast. Say, well in excess of 1,100-1,200 calories. Got our biscuits with the jam. It's very good. The beef stew with the dumplings, very, very tasty. Sesame bar, and then another delicious cold drink, this apple drink. Stay tuned for the last part, which I'll do tomorrow morning. It'll be a continuous video. It's a relatively long video. Thanks if you stayed with me this far. Well, good morning and welcome to part 3. This is the dinner portion of the meal, the Great Britain meal number 3. I've heated up in boiling water for about 8 minutes the beef burrito, and this is around 400 calories. The chili peanuts come in at about 571, so we're looking at almost 1,000 calories between the two. Another 370 for the lemon powder drink here. And I'll tell you what, last night after eating the, what was my lunch portion at around 3:30 or so, I was so full I did not even eat dinner. That was a lot of caloric intake for the day. So this is split over 24 hours, but I only had 2 meals yesterday. So the last 2 cold drinks have been good. I'm assuming that the lemon is going to match it. I hope so, because the last one's been very good. There's a lot of sugar in these drinks. They call for 500 ml of water. I've been using about 400 ml because I was afraid they were going to be watered down, and the flavor's pretty good with 400. And it's not as artificial as like Country Time lemonade, if you're familiar with Country Time. That's a U.S. brand. It's a good balance of sweet and sour. Not bad at all. Now, what surprises me, this morning I was reading these packets, and if you can see, the sugar and the coffee are both sourced out of China. These 600 calories of chili peanuts, says they're using chili powder and fennel. I don't know if I'm going to eat all these for breakfast. I'll see how they are. I might just end up sealing this back up and snacking on it later in the day. Chili coating. I was expecting something a little bit spicier than that. I guess maybe in the UK they don't use chili powder the same way that the Americans would use it in their MREs. They're tasting fine. They still taste pretty fresh, but they are not hot. No tear tab on this, works fine. And out comes beef burrito filling with rice. It's a little weird they'd call it beef burrito filling without giving you any sort of wraps, any tortillas. But then again, it's Great Britain. They do things their way. Typically the tortilla wraps, if they're more than 3 or 4 years old on the US MREs, they start to crack and fail anyway. So let's give this a try. See the beans clearly. Now there's bits of beef you can see in here. The beef is very prevalent in the taste. I gotta tell you, 300 grams. This is a big meal. It's tasty. I guess the one last thing we're gonna do is search out the hot sauce in here. Well, it has. I'll be darned. Sort of hidden itself away somewhere. Maybe I'm not going to search it out. I'm searching but not finding. Okay, well, still tastes fine without it. Probably find it later in the day. So, overall, all 3 courses, this one, the heat level starts off low. It does grow on you a little bit. The lemonade's fine. Coffee's as good as it was yesterday. I used up both teas yesterday. There is another cold drink. It's a apple-flavored energy drink. And probably not going to have that. And there's also a hot drink. There's hot cocoa. Probably ask my son if he wants that a little bit later in the morning. Peanuts are good. Not all that spicy. And with the 300 grams of the main, this main and these peanuts are probably going to make breakfast. That'll hold me. So 2 thumbs up for this meal. Packed in 2021, and some of these things do not say they expire until mid-2025. Some of them said they expired or were best by mid-2024, so you can give it a 3 to a 4 year life. Everything's tasted fine. Everything has had good snap to it if it's supposed to. It's had good flavor. If it was anything that might change over time. Like I say, the freeze-dried coffee and sugar being Chinese, it's a little bit weird, but still good quality. Thanks for tuning in. Hit like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of these coming up. And happy 2025. Hope you have a good year in front of you.